Well, I hope that you are doing good. I hope your week is going well for you, but I know for some people this week has been very difficult. And for some are sick, and we certainly want to be lifting up anybody that we can in prayer, that's in need or not in need. It is always great to pray for anybody and everybody, right? So if you are sick or hurting and we don't know about it, please let us know. Number one, we want to pray for you. Number two, we want to let you know that we love you. If we can do anything at all for us, we just ask that you would ask us. Tonight's Bible study is going to be a bit different because I'm about to stop talking. It's going to be one of those lessons tonight, and let me tell you why. So we're finishing the book of Genesis in our in-person class tonight, and we're going to be starting a new book next week. But we are so out of place online that we're just going to have to miss the last part of the book of Genesis online, the last chapters, which, we could just read them, I guess, tonight, or maybe that's something you want to do. I'm not sure. But anyway, I want to do this because next week I want to start our new book, and I want our in-person class and our online class to meet back up again. That seems to work out for everybody, especially if somebody was able to be in an in-person class and isn't able to come the next Wednesday night. Well, now we're on the same page, so I try to keep us on pace. So tonight, here's what I think would be very beneficial. Spend some time in the book of James. And what I mean by spend some time is maybe read the whole book. It's not going to take long. It's a very enjoyable read, I think. You've heard before that the book of James is the Proverbs of the New Testament, and in many respects that's true. The book of James is just filled with wisdom. And isn't it funny that that's how the book begins? If anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, right? So spend some time in the book of James. And usually James is pretty easy to follow the sections in the book. Chapter 3, is all about the tongue. And then, you move into talking about worldly wisdom and heavenly wisdom. Chapter 2 is about faith and work. So it's easy to sort of dissect the book. So after you read a section, stop and think about how you can apply it to your life. Wisdom is not just knowledge. Wisdom is applied knowledge. It does no good at all to know something as a Christian if we're not willing to implement it in our life. I'm reminded of the words of Jesus after he gets done on the sermon or is ending the Sermon on the Mount. You remember what he says. Be like the wise man. The wise man does what? He hears the words of mine and he does them. Do you remember how the foolish man was described? One who hears the words, but he doesn't do anything with what he has just heard. So after each section, take some 1 or 2 minutes and think about, just be honest, do some self-reflection. What James is speaking of, do you think that you do that well, or do you not do that well? If you don't do that well, how could you do it better? How could you get better? And then I think after we read the book of James, probably spend some time in prayer. I think it's always good to begin a Bible study with prayer and end a Bible study with prayer for our personal devotion. So I hope that, again, you're doing well. I can't wait to see everybody Sunday. God bless.